is 155th birthday of Sarada Devi, the Holy Mother. Sarada Devi is called the Shakti of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna himself told the devotee, she is my Shakti. And in another place he said, she is the Saraswati. She is Sarada. Sarada means who gives the knowledge of Brahman. And she is Saraswati, the goddess of all learning. She is the bestower of all knowledge. These were all the remarks made by Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna never spoke by himself. Only God spoke through him. So God himself has announced the true nature of Sarada Devi as the Shakti of Sri Ramakrishna, as Saraswati, as Sarada, the bestower of all knowledge. That's why the Shakti, when we say, we just think the Shakti means is the feminine form of God. Actually, Shakti means, Shakti is the dynamic aspect of Brahman. The Brahman is there. Brahman nobody can see because there is no second. Only Brahman alone is there. Brahman's experience comes when somebody is in Samadhi. And when he comes out of the Samadhi, that means he is away from Brahman. And he cannot say anything. If he says anything about Brahman also, it will be wrong. So Brahman cannot be expressed at all. Vacham agocharam. He cannot be expressed through words. But he can be experienced. Just as there used to be this puzzle when we were small children. What is it that everybody desires? But when they get it, they do not know that they have got it. So we were perplexed. What is this? What is it that everybody wants? And when they get it, they do not know that they have got it. Deep sleep. See, everybody wants to have sleep. But when they sleep, they do not know they are sleeping. So, it is like that samadhi. You can experience it. You can know. But you cannot express to outside what it is. When you are there, you know. And what it is, you cannot express. Because it is beyond all words. So this is what you call as the potential aspect of Brahman. And Shakti is the dynamic aspect, the kinetic aspect of Brahman. Suppose Sri Ramakrishna used to explain this. Sri Ramakrishna had his own inimitable way of explaining intricate things. He used to tell, you see, she is Shakti. Shakti means Shakti is inseparable from the Purusha. The Shakti of Sri Ramakrishna means Sarada Devi is inseparable from Sri Ramakrishna. Just as Sri Ramakrishna's example, water and its waves. You see the sea and its waves. When there is sea, there are waves. And when there are waves, there must be sea. They are inseparable, but they are not the same. There are two things. Wave is not we don't call ocean as a wave, nor wave as a ocean. We call them two different things, but they are not two different things. They are inseparable entities. And he gave another example, like a snake which is coiled up and a snake that is moving. A coiled up snake may look like a log of wood from a distance. Nothing, nobody is afraid of that one. Some wood is lying. When it starts moving, then the whole audience will run. You may be having all great courageous words to tell others, but when you see a snake anywhere around, then all will start running. See, this coiled up snake, it did not induce any fear, nothing was happening. As soon as it started moving, the dynamic aspect of it, so many movements started. People started shouting, howling, bringing sticks and try to kill the snake. Somebody says, no, don't kill the snake. Snake is a god. You should not kill. So you please drive it away. All activities take place because it started moving. But the same when it was coiled, nothing happened. Brahman is like that. Brahman is the potential aspect. Same power is there, but it is in a potential state. When it starts manifesting itself as this world comes out of Brahman. Yato va imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, yat prayanti abhisamvishanti, Tad vijishnasasva tad brahma iti. It is from Brahman that the world comes out. World lives in him and the world goes back to him again. So what is this world then? Is it different from Brahman? Not so. If it were different from Brahman, then all the Shastras say there is only one real entity, that is Brahman. If this world is different from him, there will be two entities. So all the Shastras will become false. If Shastras are to be true, you must say that there is no world at all. That is also not possible. All of us are here, we eat, we drink. Suppose 1 hour late our food is served, we shout at everybody, why 1 hour late today? I have already come 1 hour late from the meeting and you are delaying by another 1 hour. Very simple fight and flaring up. If this world was untrue, why should we quarrel about like that? So, this world is untrue, we cannot say. World is true. It means world exists. But then it cannot exist according to Shastras. According to the Shastras means the ultimate realizations of rishis, of saints and seers. They have realized that there is no two, there is only one. But what about this second entity, this world we are feeling? It is true. We are feeling it, we are living in it, we are experiencing it. So the reconciliation between this and is through the aspect of Shakti. This world is like the wave on a sea. Wave is sea alone, but you cannot separate it from it. But wave also you cannot say it is sea. It is slightly different from it, but it cannot be completely different from it. It is one. At the same time, it appears as a second entity. So this whole world, this phenomenon of world, creation, destruction, different place during this creation, all these are explained by the word Shakti in the Vedanta. Shakti supplements, supplies us the explanation how Brahman is one, at the same time it can appear as the world also. It appears as the world without there being two different entities. Just like this, Sri Ramakrishna gives another example, fire and its power to burn. If you think of fire, you must always think of heat. But heat is not fire. Suppose you just feel heat in your body is there. You don't think that you have caught fire. No, nobody is bothered about it. Heat is not fire, but at the same time there must be fire. Without that there cannot be heat. There is Jataragni is there, inside is there. It's called Jataragni, the fire that is inside our stomach. So it is that thing that produces the heat in the body. So Sri Ramakrishna gives the example that fire and its heat, the gem and its luster, sun and its rays, water and its waves, the snake which is coiled up and snake that is moving. So many examples Sri Ramakrishna gives to explain that Shakti is there, inseparable power, inscrutable. It cannot be explained that it is separate from Brahman. It cannot be said that it is one with Brahman. That is why a great intellect like Shankaracharya also felt completely helpless to explain this Shakti. This Shakti, he said, Sannapya sanna ubhayatmikano, bhinnapya bhinna ubhayatmikano, sangapyananga ubhayatmikano, mahadbhuta anirvachaniya rupa, he said. It cannot be explained. So this, is it there as a true entity, this Prakriti? Say, this Maya? He said, no. Sat, na sat, sanna api asanna ubhayatmikano. It is neither there nor it is not there. Then you say, let it be and it be not. That also is not possible. Ubhayatmikano. You cannot explain. Similarly, has it got parts? Has it no parts? Has it got both parts and no parts? No, all the three is not possible. Then what is the final definition of Maya? Mahadbhuta anirvachaniya rupa. This Maya is there, we are experiencing. What it is, we cannot explain. Just like, so all of us get into a dream, and we experience a dream, and then we are shouting about, oh, what is this, it has happened to us, I was never like this, but it has happened to me. So suddenly you get out of the dream, and then you just feel, whole thing was a hoax, nothing was there, how much I was troubled, and I never knew it was all false. But how much did we try when we are inside the dream to escape from the situation, as if it is true? Only when we come out of it by some mysterious way, then we know it is all untrue. It was not there at all. But it is there when we are in that state of knowledge. So Sri Ramakrishna used to say, we have to accept this Shakti as long as we are not in Samadhi. Not that as long as you have not realized Brahman. Even after realization of Brahman, Sri Ramakrishna saw this world. Swamiji saw this world and established his Ramakrishna mission to serve this world. So even one realizes Brahman, the world will be there. When will not be the world will not be there, creation will not be there, when one is absorbed in Samadhi. When Sri Ramakrishna was in Samadhi, he did not see world. When Holy Mother was in Samadhi, she did not see the world. And Swamiji also, when he used to be in Samadhi, he could not see creation. Only in the state of Samadhi, one experiences everything is one. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Everything is only one, that is Brahman. So Sri Ramakrishna explained the status of mother as his Shakti. So that is so much of philosophy that is not so much required today. We should see some of the incidents of our life which we usually do. So let us see a few incidents which explain this idea that Holy Mother is inseparable from the life of Sri Ramakrishna. She is inseparable from his life. Is known through one of the incidents. She comes to Dakshineshwar, hearing that Sri Ramakrishna was not well in his mind. So she comes and sees that he is perfectly all right. Then she starts serving him. She knows that he is a sannyasin. He is leading a pure sannyasin's life. So one day, Sri Ramakrishna asks her, have you come here to drag me down to the householder's life? Sri Ramakrishna asks her. And mother says, why should I drag you down to the world? I have come here to help you in your mission. She knows that he has become a sannyasi. And his main job now, main mission in his life now is to create a new order of men and women who live the high ideals of Vedanta, impart the Vedic knowledge to everyone and create a new society. So for that, he has to be an ideal sannyasi. So she knows if she has to help him in becoming an ideal sannyasi, she cannot be his wife. She can be only his disciple. She can be only his servant. She can be only his attendant helper. So mother says, why should I drag you down to this worldly life? I have come here to learn from you. You teach me whatever you have. I want to learn from you. I want to serve you. I want to help you in your mission. It is this help, to help Sri Ramakrishna, that mother always stayed with him. And Sri Ramakrishna knew this. Sri Ramakrishna knew that the Holy Mother knew that the mission of Sri Ramakrishna was to rejuvenate the Sanatana Dharma. So, that's why she also led a nun's life, even as Sri Ramakrishna led a monk's life. So, for all outward purposes, they looked like householders. Both were like sannyasin. He was like a monk and she was like a nun. And she was his first and the best disciple. She came to him as a disciple. Though she was married at 5th year, she started learning from him when she was 14 years old. But that was also a very, very, very young age she came to him. Swamiji, when he came to Sri Ramakrishna, he was 18 years old. Then 1881 he came, beginning of 1882. So he was 19 years old. Whereas Holy Mother was only 14 when she came to Sri Ramakrishna. So, and much more peculiar thing is that he is the Shakti. Sri Ramakrishna says, I brought this Narendra down. I went to Saptarshi-loka and he was meditating there. I asked him to come down, so he has come. But he does not say anything about mother. I went and called her and she came. Because he need not call. If he comes, she comes automatically along with him. His Shakti inseparable. That is why there is no mention of mother being called and she is coming. She is there already. Only Sri Ramakrishna refers to her as she is there in Jairambati. She is earmarked for me. That means she is my Shakti. She may be in Jairambati, unknown, but I know that she is my Shakti. And she had shown also Sri Ramakrishna when she was only 2-year baby. This 2-year baby Sarada was on the lap of some elderly people. So there was a common theatre going on in a village. So this village from Jairambati, all these ladies went, and the ladies from Kamarpukur also came. They were all there. Then somebody asked this small Sarada, you see so many young people are there, boys sitting there, whom will you marry? Only 2-year-old baby. What does it know? But even then, Holy Mother is supposed to have pointed a finger towards Sri Ramakrishna and saying, he will be my husband. And it actually happens after another, say, 16 years. So, after another 3 years, she was 2 years. After 3 years, she is married. This Shakti aspect, inseparableness, we see in his life, in the different incidents of Holy Mother's life. And when she comes at 14 years only, a young girl, then Sri Ramakrishna takes up her as the first student, first disciple, and starts teaching her everything about secular life, everything about social life, and everything about spiritual life also. Holy Mother says later on, he taught me every detail of social life, how to behave with people, how to revere the elders, how to take care of the youngsters, how to keep the things in the household, how to get into a cart first and then get down from the cart or the train last, get into the boat first and get down last. All these details, she said in a cryptic way, he taught me from how to trim the wick of a lamp up to samadhi, she said. See, trimming the lamp, the wick of a lamp up to samadhi. She taught her samadhi also. It is very strange. In one place, Holy Mother says, one day he started teaching me Raja Yoga. And he wrote all the Kundalini, all the chakras, 1, 2, 3, 4, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Vanahata, etc., etc. All the figures he wrote, and he taught me everything. And she was very sorry. I misplaced that paper somewhere, otherwise I could have shown it to you. That means he has taught her everything that he knew. And at that time, at 14th year, he taught her Samadhi also. And that's why she said, from that time onwards, always I felt there was a perennial joy oozing out from my heart, as if a picture of joy has been placed in my heart. That can happen only with the knowledge of Brahman, with the knowledge of infinite God everywhere and inside one's heart. Mother realized that when she was 14 years old, that was possible because she was none other than Sri Ramakrishna. She had the capacity to receive, assimilate and understand that highest knowledge. Once, it is said, Sri Ramakrishna was explaining some high philosophical truths to many of the ladies, and Holy Mother was also there. During that time, when she was learning from him, she was 14-year-old, and when he was explaining high philosophical things to others, she slept off. And then the ladies saw, Hare, this girl has slept off. Then after the whole philosophical discourse was over, then the assembly was about to break up, all the ladies wanted to go home, then they found this Sarada lying down and sleeping. Then one of them expressed to her poor girl, she did not hear all this wonderful philosophy that Gadadhar was explaining. And Gadadhar was there. He said, no, don't say like that. It is good that she slept off. If she had heard all this high philosophy, she would have got into Samadhi and would have never come back at all. All my work would have remained unfinished. She is my Shakti. That is why she has slept off. She wants to close her ears from hearing all these things. It is too premature to hear now. So just like that Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna said, I have locked your Brahmajnana in the locket. Only when you have finished my work, I will open it. In spite of that one, Swamiji always was trying to get into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And he got into Nirvikalpa Samadhi by gate crashing 3 or 4 times under the oak tree in New York, in Thousand Island Park. He gate crashed into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Once in the Himalayas also, he gate crashed into Samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna says, don't get into Samadhi, but he wants to go. The temptation is so much. So Holy Mother, if she had heard all that high philosophy, Sri Ramakrishna said, she would have flown off to her heavenly abode without fulfilling her role here in this world for which she has come. It is good she has slept. How nice. You see, when we sleep, people scold. Here was the person who has been blessed that you slept off, you have done very good. So this is the blessed state Holy Mother was. And like a knower of Brahman, she had learned about Brahman, she has experienced Brahman, and every inch of her character was like that, like a Brahmajnani. She was fearless, absolutely fearless. Otherwise, could she have faced the tello-bello, the dacoit, all alone? She is a hardly 18-year-old lady. She has never stirred out from her village. First time she is going, and then she is met with a dacoit. And she is not at all afraid of father, so I am going to your father-in-law's house. That means my husband's house. You say, I am left alone, you please escort me. Without any fear, she faces the brute, the dacoit there, because of that Brahmajnana, the fearlessness. And she was fearless in every circumstances. Harish, one madcap, who was the disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, but his head went off. And once he suddenly made his appearance in Kamarpukur, when Holy Mother was there alone. Then he started chasing her. He is a madcap. What he will do, nobody knows. Holy Mother was not afraid. She stood straight, she knocked him down, slapped him on 4 or 5 times on his cheek. He came back to senses, got up and ran away, never more to appear again. You see, her fearlessness was there. This was again her Brahmajnani, her knowledge of Brahman gave that fearlessness. Similarly, not only the fearlessness, she was happy everywhere. She was happy in the dingy room that she was there in Dakshineshwar. For 14 years she was there. She says, those are the most happy days. Can any one of us say like that? If any one of us is locked up or allowed to stay for 14 years, 88 feet into 6 feet room, and all the store things stored around in that one, and guests also allowed to go and stay there in that room. How many of us can stay for more than 14 days? She stayed for 14 years and says afterwards, those were the happiest days I spent. Happiest days were not in the room, not outside in Dakshineshwar. It was inside the heart, because the Brahman was there. She was a knower of Brahman, so filled with joy. And she was equally happy in the direst poverty she experienced in Kamarpukur. And she was equally equal-minded, even-minded when she came to Calcutta, and thousands of people, rich and prosperous people, coming and worshipping her as their guru, worshipping her as their goddess. She took everything in a stride. She was never moved at all. She just lived like the same as she was in Kamarpukur or Jairambati. This was the Shakti of Sri Ramakrishna. Exactly, Shakti and the Brahman are the same, Sri Ramakrishna used to say. What you call Brahman, I call Shakti or Kali. There is no difference at all. If there is no difference at all, if Sri Ramakrishna was the avatara, knower of Brahman, living in Brahman, Holy Mother also did the same. Holy Mother lived in Brahman. Swami Abhiramananda referred. So she could control her samadhi also. The direct disciples used to see Holy Mother and would wonder at her power. What is that power? Not the power to manifest this and manifest that, or give some wealth to so and so, or some other riches to somebody. Her power to control her samadhi. Samadhi is the greatest joy that any greatest rishi will be tempted to get in and enjoy. Swami Vivekananda was also tempted to remain in samadhi. He did not want to serve the world. He wanted to remain in samadhi. Such a samadhi, Sri Ramakrishna himself could not resist his temptation to suddenly go into samadhi. Whereas mother never manifested samadhi, and she was in perpetual samadhi. Swami Premananda, a person, he himself is a Brahmajnani. Premananda says, mother has got every moment she is experiencing samadhi, but she is keeping it under control. That is the Shakti power. Greater than Sri Ramakrishna, according to Swami Premananda, she is greater than Sri Ramakrishna in this power of controlling her samadhi also, whereas Sri Ramakrishna could not control. Suddenly he will go into samadhi, everybody notices him. They are wonderstruck, awestruck. You see, such a person we have never seen. Keshav Chandra Sen says, I have never seen a person. Only persons like Jesus, Muhammad and Chaitanya can experience samadhi like that. How this person goes every other hour into samadhi and comes back. Everybody wonders, seeing him in samadhi. How many people saw Holy Mother in samadhi? None. She never would manifest at all. But all the while she was in connection. She was in God. Once, Sarada Swami was asked by one of his disciples, Sir, you are also initiating, and Holy Mother also is initiating. But you take 20 minutes, 25 minutes to meditate, and afterwards only you give a mantra. Whereas Holy Mother gives mantra in 2 seconds, in 2 minutes itself, or 1 minute itself. Then Sharat Maharaj got very much angry with that boy. Don't compare me with Holy Mother. Why, where is Holy Mother? Who am I? Then afterwards he answered him, Boy, you see, we have to meditate on Guru Maharaj, concentrate our mind, get deep into him. Then we get his instruction. We come into touch with him. He tells us what is to be done. And then we come out and give that either advice or the mantra to the disciple. So we have to struggle like that for 25 minutes. Whereas mother is always in touch with Sri Ramakrishna. She is always in samadhi. So simply she sits there and Sri Ramakrishna tells her, give this mantra to him, give this mantra to him, give this instruction to him. So mother is perpetually in samadhi. So this is the Shakti, exactly the replica of Sri Ramakrishna. He used to be living in God. She also lived in God always. Sri Ramakrishna was called Patit Pavana by mainly Girish Chandra Ghosh, and all people started calling him Patita Pavana, the redeemer of the sinners, the redeemer of the wretched people, fallen people. So that was Sri Ramakrishna's one of the greatest mission, to take the fallen people and raise them to the highest status of a saint, to showing the world that there is potentiality too when they follow my instructions. Sri Ramakrishna's path is a special path for this age. And when you follow my path, you may be in any level, be the worst in the society. You also can rise. My name, my instruction has got the power to show that Sri Ramakrishna raised not one, not two, not three, dozens of them. Oh, there is the actors, the actresses, in drunkards, and this Giri Chandra Ghosh, like wretched people. Every people he raised to the highest level, showing that God comes, he comes for everybody. He comes for the saints, he comes for the sinners also. He has got the power to raise the saint at the very first touch to the samadhi. He has got the power to raise the greatest sinner also to the level of samadhi through his own effort and grace. So he was called Patita Pavana. Exactly was Holy Mother. And perhaps Holy Mother has redeemed greater number of people than Sri Ramakrishna. She herself used to say, look, Sri Ramakrishna used to, before initiation, test people, test. So many tests. He would take the hand and then weigh, and then he would just look at his face and then said he would find out the physiognomy, and then also he would ask questions, and then afterwards he would come tomorrow. Like that, after testing, he would initiate somebody and make him a disciple. And Mother adds, look here, he is sending people like ants in line. Ants, there is no number at all. Numberless ants, they come in line. There is no end to it. You see, he is sending now to me people like ants. Ants like lines without any number. And I have to initiate all these people. And when she initiates, they are all redeemed. There is no question at all. So, if he were a redeemer, here was another person whose redeeming power was infinitely greater, or at least she manifested that redeeming power so much. So, here again the Shakti is the Shakti aspect. What Sri Ramakrishna did, not only she did it in a superb way. And Sri Ramakrishna said that he was revealed. Divine Mother revealed to him that he was the same person who had come as Rama and Krishna, Chaitanya, Jesus, etc. Sri Ramakrishna, in many of the passages in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, you read, yes, I was Rama, I was Krishna, I was Jesus. When Master Maharaj refers, sir, Jesus and Chaitanya, they are all one. You are also one along with them. He said, yes, Sri Ramakrishna accepts. So, he knew that all the avatars, it was he himself, and the same avatar had come again. And Mother also said the same thing. Mother has in several places in her conversation, you see, she accepts, I was Sita, I was Radha, I was Kali. So famous incidents are there. You have read the literature, the Anbu Murigal, the Gospel of Holy Mother. There you will see that Mother says, I went to Rameshwaram and I found the Rameshwara Linga was exactly as I had kept when I was Sita. You see, when with Rama she went and they prepared that Shivalinga for worshipping, and she remembered that one. Immediately, you are exactly as I left you there. Then, so she remembers her Sitahood. Similarly, she also remembers that she is the Kali, that she has come. One Shivaram, one grandson of one relative of her. So he says, you tell me who you are. Then first she says, why I am your auntie? No, your real nature you must tell me. Then she reveals, yes, I am Kali. She accepts. So she is Sita, she is Radha, she is Kali. Just as Sri Ramakrishna used to say, I was Rama, I was Krishna, everything. Again she is the Shakti, counterpart. If Sri Ramakrishna was one, she is there along with him, always to help him in different ages, in different circumstances. Sri Ramakrishna organized the Sangha. We all know he started the Ramakrishna Math when he was in 1886. He was ailing at the last part of his life. He called all the young disciples and made them all beg from the street, and as sannyasis, gave many of them some ochre robes also. So he laid the foundation for the monastic order. Monastic order he made, and afterwards he disappeared from the world. Then Holy Mother was the person who established this work. He simply inaugurated and went away. There are some people, they laid the foundation and go away. Afterwards somebody else has to come and then take all the trouble to build up the whole thing and complete the project. They will have to take 15 years. They are laying foundation for 15 minutes you can do and go away. Sri Ramakrishna laid the foundation and went away. Then it was Holy Mother who stayed for 34 years after Sri Ramakrishna, established the Sangha. Sangha of not only the direct disciples, the sannyasin disciples, also the householder disciples. She was the center to whom all people used to come, and she used to guide them. She was the person who prayed for a place, a math, for the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna never prayed to Holy Mother, to Kali. You see, I have made all these people as sannyasis, you give them math. He could have told. He never told at all. Let her tell, my Shakti is there. Let her do the work. So this Shakti, she fulfills the work that is left unfulfilled by the Shiva. So he left whatever unfulfilled, she started filling it up. One of the great things she did was to find a place for all the sannyasins to assemble together. That is the central math at Belur Math. She prayed in Bodh Gaya to the Lord. I saw in Bodh Gaya the Buddhist priests, the Buddhist monks are all, how comfortable they are. So your children are moving about here and there without a roof on their head. I cannot bear this one. Please see that they have a central place where they live together, discuss about you and practice the sadhanas, and the householders also will come to the place. They may not stay in the mud, but looking at the sadhus, talking with the sadhus, getting benefit from all the realizations, they will also have lot of peace and joy in their life. So this is how Sangha could grow. For that, it was Holy Mother who prayed and waited till the whole thing was established. And even when the Sangha was being shaken by so many other forces, it was she who warded off all those forces which would have shaken up the Sangha at the very root. First of all was Swami Vivekananda once. He got into a high mood of Naranarayana Seva. The people were suffering in plague, so there was no money to help the plague people. Then they said, there is no money, what can be done? Shall we close down this plague camp? They said, what? I will sell the Belur mat and then give you money, you will go on with the work. Then Holy Mother came to know. She said, how will you sell? You have purchased it in my name. So it is purchased in my name, how can you sell it away? You can't. So she established that one that which was being shaken. Otherwise Swamiji would have sold it in one night. It is the Ashutosha Shiva. Ashu means sudden. So suddenly he becomes happy. Suddenly he just throws away everything. He would have done it. But Mother was the person who saved. So in several other aspects, many times also, many of the direct disciples did not understand Swami Vivekananda. But for Mother, they would have misunderstood Vivekananda and lot of troubles would have come to Swamiji. Already he was a person very much in tension because he had so much anxiety to make this country again the same old Sanatana Dharma place. But nothing was happening. In that one, even the direct disciples, some of them, were not cooperating with him. It was Mother. Every time she supported Swami Vivekananda and made all the other disciples realize it. And some ideological problems were also there. You see, Yogananda Swami once told Sharadananda, this Sharadananda, he was not the Sevak of Holy Mother at that time. He was in Belur Math only. One day Sharadananda came and told Yogananda, look at this Narendra. You see, he goes on talking today or something, tomorrow almost exactly the so-called philosophy which is much opposite of what he is telling today. One day he speaks about bhakti, another day he speaks about jnana. I am completely confused. Then Yogananda Swami gave him the simplest solution. You see, if you go to Narendra, this confusion will always be there. Come over to Mother. Mother will never tell you anything confusing. Everything is very clear, simple and straight here. Come over here. That is how Sharadananda was lured away. And then he became the Sevak, first assistant to Yogananda Swami. When Yogananda passed away, then Sharadananda took over the Holy Mother service. And what service? Sharadananda's service to Holy Mother pleased her so much. In one of the statements in that Anbu Mozhigal, in that Gospel of Holy Mother, Mother says to her other disciples, other people, other ladies, you see, I am so much pleased with Sharat. I feel like taking him on my shoulders and going around all the three worlds and going around and coming back. He has served me so much. So much was the service of Sharat Maharaj. He became practically an inseparable part. He became the Shakti of the Shakti. In fact, he took Diksha in Tantra Sadhana to see Mother in every woman. And he realized Shakti everywhere. So he was almost like another Shakti for Holy Mother. He lived like that till the end. So this, and in Sri Ramakrishna, we found so many wonderful qualities. They had their replica in Holy Mother. Exactly not, suppose Sri Ramakrishna was superb in his renunciation. He would throw away everything and walk away. Somebody went and told Sri Ramakrishna, oh, the master has said, that Mathur Babu's son, so he has asked you to get away from here. He has asked some other priest to get away. So this fellow wrongly came to Sri Ramakrishna and been told, so that Mathura Babu's son has told that you should go away, get away from here. Sri Ramakrishna immediately walked away from his group. When he was walking away, then that Mathura Babu's son saw, "Arey, where is Master walking away? Call him, call him." And then he was called back and he came back again and said, that was a tremendous renunciation Sri Ramakrishna had. And this renunciation and spiritual realizations, highest realizations, whereas Sri Holy Mother, she didn't exhibit that sort of a renunciation, but her love was there. Love and service, that was the counterpart for this. Sri Ramakrishna would throw away everything and go. She would take everything into her fold. Sri Ramakrishna said, "Get out from here, I will cut you into two." One lady came and then she talked something about sadhana or something. She told Sri Ramakrishna, "I consider you as my Krishna, I consider myself as Radha." Sri Ramakrishna became so enraged. "I will cut you into two, get out from here." She started shouting at her. And then mother called that lady, "Hey, where did you go there? Come here." And she gives her shelter. And then she pacifies her. "No, don't go to him. He will be like that only. You come here." And she used to come regularly and sit with her and then get solace. And one lady was there and Sri Ramakrishna did not like her at all. He would not allow her to go and he would not talk to her. She would come and sit with Holy Mother and talk for hours together. Sri Ramakrishna came and remonstrated. "She is a lady of questionable character. Why do you go on talking to her?" "No, why do you worry? She talks only good things. So now she has changed. I am talking to her, she is only talking good things, don't worry." Mother, you see, here is Sri Ramakrishna is out of renunciation, vairagya, purity. He puts away all that is impure. Whereas mother, pure or impure, everything is maya, everything is my own. I cannot live. She accepts everything. So, some Premananda is to be given only 4 chapatis. This is Sri Ramakrishna's order. Mother gives 8 chapatis. And then Sri Ramakrishna comes and says, "Why is it? I have asked him to take only 4 chapatis. You are feeding him 8 chapatis. How will they do sadhana in the night? And then how will they realize Brahman? You need not worry about the Brahman realization. I take care of it," she says. So this is Shakti. He can throw away, but she cannot throw away. She is all inclusive. That is the universal motherhood. We see tremendous such counterpart, complementary part of Sri Ramakrishna in Holy Mother. So that is a very, very interesting study. If we can make one great quality in Holy Mother was taught by Sri Ramakrishna himself was her adjustability. Adjustability. Adjust yourself to every place. So she used to say, wherever you are, adjust to that place. Whomsoever you are speaking, according to that you must say. Whatever is the circumstances, you must adjust. So this adjustability became so important in her life. She was in the small village. She came and lived in the greatest city in the British Empire in India. Second biggest city in the British Empire was Calcutta. She lived in Calcutta. A poor country girl coming and living amidst the palaces of Calcutta. All the rich people from Calcutta come and she just moves with them, talks to them. Everybody is pleased with her. Nobody is displeased with her. Sri Ramakrishna is pleased with her. How? She can adjust to circumstances. In a village also she is homely. In the towns and cities also she is homely. What Sri Ramakrishna never did was, he never came to south. Neither anybody from south went to Sri Ramakrishna. There is no record. Holy Mother's life, you see, she comes to south. She says, "I must go. I will go to south because my father-in-law went there. So I will go there." And with great eagerness, she comes to south, goes to Rameshwaram, and then Madurai, and then comes to Madras, Bengalur, Rajamandri. Every place she purifies, she sanctifies. Tirthi karvanti tirthani. Avatara Purushas go, tirthas become greater tirthas. So she has come and visited Chennai. Chennai has been visited by so many Nayanmars and Alvars, etc. But Holy Mother's visit will be written in golden letters because where she stayed here right in front of our ashrama for 2 months, she has walked all over this ground. So we are sitting on that very ground. We must feel proud. And Mahapurush Maharaj said, Belur Math, somebody said, I want to go and then live in a place of pilgrimage, like Varanasi. Then Mahapurush Maharaj said, what? This is greater than all Varanasi. This is the Bhu Vaikunta, because Holy Mother, in its full park, she is here. 56 parks of Sati fell everywhere, and then they all became the Matru Tirthas, the pilgrimage for mother worship. Whereas here the whole mother has been cremated here. So the whole mother is here in the Belur Math. It is 50 times greater than any pilgrimage you find. So mother has herself come here. The Jagat Janani, she stayed here for 2 months. How many times she has come here? She has sanctified the whole thing. In fact, bringing Holy Mother, Ramakrishna-Math made a very significant remark. You see, Sri Ramakrishna could not come to South. I want to make up for that. So I want to bring Holy Mother. And when he wanted to bring Holy Mother, he wanted a budget. He budgeted the expenses. It came to 10,000 rupees. Because mother would come with so many people along with her. And then even though things were very cheap at that time, so he had to get 10,000 rupees which he did not have. So he wanted to bring, but how to bring was the problem. Suddenly mother herself solved. Mother's disciple, Narayana Iyengar, Srivasananda later on. So Narayana Iyengar was an officer in Mysore. He was having some money to marry off his daughter, but daughter refused to marry. So that money was with him, excess money with him. Then when he heard that Ramakrishna-Ji wants to bring mother, I will give this 10,000 rupees. And he wanted 10,000 rupees. That is how mother came. And Ramakrishna-Ji said, Sri Ramakrishna did not come, but his Shakti has come. It is as good as Sri Ramakrishna has come. Really. So mother's presence is so much here. When mother's statue went to several places in Tamil Nadu, all those places have become sanctified now. When we go to Chengam or to Belur or Porur or somewhere small places, they say, sir, the mother came here, we welcomed here. Mother means this mother. This statue has gone, they think mother has gone there. So we welcome mother here, we welcome mother here. Whole of Tamil Nadu is telling mother has come here. Mother came to South as the Shakti of Sri Ramakrishna. She has sanctified the whole of South. So, lastly, I will tell, she gave the new religion that Sri Ramakrishna gave in the simplest way to the common people. So, Sri Ramakrishna has given so many advices, how to lead a good life, how to control our mind and direct it to God, etc. Mother has given such wonderful instructions, only one or two we can see. Mother, one person said, all bad thoughts are haunting me. I cannot think about any noble things at all. I don't deserve to be your disciple, etc., etc., he said. So mother in return, she tells the disciple, if bad thoughts come and haunt you, don't be afraid. Face them. How to face them? Think about me. And look at me. And he looked at her. Her eyes full of compassion, eyes full of grace. He could never forget. So this young man who got this instruction, when bad thoughts comes to you, don't be afraid. Face them. How will you face them? Think about me. Look at me. That means in your mental eye, you imagine mother's face. That will remove all the power of bad thoughts. All the bad thoughts will leave you. And it actually happened in that young man's case. This young man, after a short time, he became a monk of the order under Swami Brahmanandaji. Brahmanandaji would never touch anybody. If there was any laxity in him, he had become such a perfect youth. So he was made a brahmachari of the order by Brahmanandaji, following this instruction. If bad thoughts come to you, don't be afraid. Face the bad thoughts. That means, don't feel all these bad thoughts hunting me, I will commit suicide. Don't think. There are greater powers to conquer this bad thought than committing suicide. Think about Holy Mother. Think about her form. Think about her words. think that she is there within us. This will remove all the bad thoughts from you and you will improve. Another one lady, she was coming to her quite for some time. So one day, Holy Mother wanted Radhu to salute her. Radhu went to salute that lady. That lady said, no, please don't salute me. I am not a Brahmin. You are a Brahmin, so you should not salute. Then Mother immediately said, what? You have been coming to me for so many years. Have you remained a Kayastha all these years even then? That means when we take the spiritual path shown by them, shown by Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother, we transgress all the limitations of caste, limitations of gender, limitations of all other sinners or wretched people. All these limitations will go. We become just like pure gold and we can be worshipped, we can be kept in any holy place. So Holy Mother assures us that you come to me and be purified, overcome all the limitations of your body and mind. So sinful women, when she just initiates them and then says, I have taken all your sins, you don't worry. A new life to start from tomorrow, take the name of Guru Maharaj, forget all about your past. And that lady became really a great saintly lady. She lived in Bodhan for a long time. So this is the story of Holy Mother, the Bhakti of Sri Ramakrishna. When we read the life of Sri Ramakrishna, every incident equally is amazing. Mother's life. When once we just think about the certain instructions she has given and certain advices she gives, we feel the tremendous depth of her teaching and depth of her knowledge, depth of her understanding of life. So, this is Holy Mother who gave support to the Sangha and made Sri Ramakrishna live in the Sangha. Swami Vivekananda said, this Sangha, this Ramakrishna order of both monks and devotees, together we form the Ramakrishna order. So Swami Vivekananda said, Sri Ramakrishna lives in this order. It is the physical body of him. Whoever serves the Sangha serves Sri Ramakrishna himself. Whoever disobeys the Sangha, he disobeys Sri Ramakrishna himself. So we have got the palpable material manifestation of Sri Ramakrishna's body in the Sangha, and Holy Mother is the Sangha Janani. She was the person who nurtured it for 34 years, and in the end also he said, never think that I am gone anywhere. You may have anybody or you may not have anybody, but always think you have a mother. Whenever you are in difficulty, you think, I may have anybody or may not have anybody, but I have a mother. So you think about me and I am there. And it is so true. Hundreds and hundreds of people after her Mahasamadhi have experienced her presence, and even today we are experiencing her presence. So let us pray to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother and Swamiji on this sacred day that they should bless us all with the realization, spiritual realization, as well as the peace and joy in this world that they have assured us if we follow their advice. May we follow in their footsteps, may we take their teachings seriously, and may their grace fall upon us. Through their grace, may we progress both in our worldly life and in our spiritual life. And this is our prayer to all the three of them today. Yathagner dahika shakti Ramakrishne sthita hiya sarva vidya swarupantam Sharadam pranamamyaham.